And here we are live, and we've been tooting our horn for quite some time since the morning, and you will know why in the next 30 minutes or so. It's a very warm welcome from our entire team at the Soulful Exploration. And this is a very sneak preview. For those of you who missed it, don't worry, you can catch it probably live on our pages again. So we are going to give you a very, very small, special treat for you. Go on, log in live to the Soulful Exploration page, and we are going to talk about the upcoming retreat on March 19th and 20th, and have a wonderful panel of speakers and presenters who are going to be part of this wonderful, wonderful event called the Soulful Find the New You. And yes, find the new you is the right word because we already know who we are. It's just the clearing of the clouds. And that is how the Soulful Exploration blends ancient wisdom and mind sciences to bring a concoction that is so palatable for you to find the new you. And why ancient wisdom? Because our body is made up of 5 elements: fire, air, water, space, and air. And that is what we're going to bring together. Because let me tell you a small story about this thing. And when I say because, and I stop purposely, because when I was going through a traumatic phase in my life, okay, it could be anybody's story. Here we're talking about I was lost for quite some time. I had the things, I had the necessary money, I had people actually rooting for me. Everything seemed to go right. But somewhere along the way, I would wake up in the middle of the night and ask myself, what exactly am I doing right now? Why is it that I don't feel connected? Why is it that I don't feel aligned? And that is what this retreat is going to do for you. Each one of us, through our expertise and our skill set, through integrating these 5 elements, are going to present something so beautiful, immersive, and soulful that forces you to look within. So when I was questioning myself as to what exactly am I doing, that was the start point of me taking stock, taking a good look as an observer, and that I began to challenge my old beliefs. Now, I cannot find the new me with my old beliefs. I have to break those. And boy, I was ready at that point of time. It was tough, but I said enough. And why? Because when I knew that instantly, when I am going to change from within, my external world is going to support me. And I have more of me to give. And that's when it started to connect with my higher purpose. I wanted to make a difference to people. Like all the beautiful people who are with me in this room now, who you're going to hear in the next 30 minutes or so. So we are now absolutely going to understand what is this find the new you. And I'm going to give you a little glimpse here and right now. Ancient wisdom and mind sciences blending so ever beautifully. So if you, for a moment, just close your eyes, okay? And we are talking about that complete integration which harmonizes your inner world. And that's what you would want. So join me, close your eyes, and just keep hearing my voice. And as you hear my voice, try and focus on your breath. And it's okay if you hear voices and you see those beautiful images in front of you. That's absolutely fine. To give you these beautiful messages that all just inside of you. Allow it. As you focus on your breath, join your palms in complete gratitude. Being alive. Having a roof over your head. For the wonderful people and the love that they share with you. energy out. Fill with this energy of gratitude swelling inside, and you feel your heart expand with that beautiful energy. To now look far ahead of you, like you're watching a movie in a movie theater. Watch the screen. It may look blank, but that's because you are going to challenge yourself and paint and portray yourself on that screen. What does the new you look like? Want the new you to become. Like Dr. Wayne Dyer said, banish all your fears and allow and create the space for the power of intention to flow through. Put the power of energy right in front and create an image of you. And watch how your external world responds to that new you. And harmonious you feel within, there's a joy that's begun to surge. And when you want to associate with that into our retreat, March 19th and 20th, and watch me unfold the earth and water element as you feel grounded and flow through the course of Mother Earth and allow your inner self to move in a beautiful tandem and become who you truly are. Find the new you. Thank you. And now I call upon a very beautiful speaker all the way from the States of America, an international keynote speaker, a success coach. And wow, what else can I say about you? Michelle, over to you. Bring it on. Thank you.
Thank you so much for having me. And I'm so excited for all of you who have joined us on this sneak peek to the Soulful Exploration Retreat. Why am I here? Why are you here? Are you ready to find the new you? Or as I like to say, the real you. 4 years ago, I was a completely different person living in a very stressful life, and I didn't realize how stressful a life that I lived until I was in a car accident in 2014, which forced me to realize what kind of life I was living. I was trapped in my mind for just over 2 years and unable to walk without assistance. Now, when I'm trapped in my head, what happens when you're alone? What happened when COVID hit and you were alone in your apartment, in your home? A lot of thoughts start coming into you. Well, that's what happened to me. I started analyzing where was I, who I wanted to be. And like Anu said, I saw a picture screen of who I really wanted to be, not this person that was so miserable and trapped in her body. Now, what happened in all this is it took 2 tragedies in a row to make me realize and to discover the power of integrated ancient wisdom. I didn't find me easily. I found it by blunt force trauma. So basically, when I came out of my brain injury, I went onto the TEDx stage to announce to the world that I was going to live my life far more intentionally. I was going to stop blowing with the breeze, and I would speak who I truly was. Now, what you'll see if you go back to that 2016, I believe, 17 TED Talk, I'm 390 pounds. Now, I have evolved into this person I am now by one, seeing that vision of that screen of who I wanted to be, who I really was. But that most importantly, I learned to embrace conscious living, mindful decision making, and most of all, the power of positive mindset. Now, people look at me and they say, oh, she lost a lot of weight. It's not that. I dropped a lot of mental weight on my soul. There's a lot of things that we carry on a cellular level in our bodies, and we don't realize it until we get ill. Now, the reason I say that is because remember I told you I had that brain injury. I have a traumatic brain injury. I'm missing 4 areas of my brain. I should not be able to speak and walk, but yet here I am. But because of that brain injury, I discovered that I've been diagnosed with breast cancer. I'm still here. Why? Because we've integrated different parts of my body, my mind, my soul. It's all one piece. We, as humans, are so programmed to think that, oh, I take care of my health. That's okay, then I'm good. Oh, I take care of my brain. Okay, that's good. No, it's all about encompassing the grounding, earth, air, fire, and water that's in us. And today, and next week, and fully in our retreat, you will be brought into each of those elements so that you can integrate it into you and be and find that flow state to the best version of you. So to live as the new you and to be the best version of you and do so unapologetically. It's the power is in you. And what all of these amazing speakers will help you learn over these, well, today, a little sneak peek, but next week, over the 2 days, is how to harness that power in you by integrating that ancient wisdom of earth, fire, air, and water, and learning how to listen to your body at a cellular level so that you can grow and become the best version of you, the new you, the real you. So I hope you enjoy our speakers today and have a wonderful rest of our session. And I hope that you go to our link and join us for next week, because this is just a sneak peek. You wait till next week. And thank you for your time.
Thank you so much, Michelle. That was so punchy. Thank you. Your classic style. That's nice. And next, we welcome Dr. Charmaine Kenita. And when we talk about ancient wisdom, obviously, we are also talking about yoga and the goodness. And yoga simply means union of mind, body, and soul. Here we're talking about all the 5 elements in complete harmony, in complete integration that forces you literally to have that complete well-being from within. So, Dr. Charmaine, all yours.
Thank you, Anu. Namaste and welcome to the Soulful Exploration Retreat. And when I speak about yoga, what we are going to be doing for the retreat, yoga is not a new subject. It is not a new science. It's a very ancient one, practiced since so many centuries. But most of us are aware of yoga as being a very physical set of asanas, of movements, of exercises. And most of us do keep a separate time and space for that. But we don't realize that yoga is as much about internal alignment as it is about the external self. And this internal alignment has to do with centering us, with grounding us, with helping us find our sense of space, our sense of self. And one of the main elements in yoga is breath, is air. When you have your air, your breath aligned, it impacts the way you are, the way you live, the way you breathe, the way you work. And most of us in our daily lives don't breathe enough. We give ourselves so less that what comes out is the energy that is working to do so many things, but at not its full capacity. So what I am doing here and whom I am going to reach out to is you people in leadership, as CEOs, as the head of organizations who handle so many things on a day. But in all of this, we sometimes tend to miss out on just breathing. So I would like to tell you or request you to, first of all, before we get into this, I can give you a glimpse of what we will do. But before that, I would request you to kindly be open to the possibility that there is something new to learn. Be okay to accept and change. Be open to keeping distractions away, keeping your mind open, and be open to aligning your external or your work, your physical space with what you are feeling within. And to begin, I just be inviting you to breathe. Let's do it in a very slow, calm face out manner. Before we begin, kindly keep your palms on your legs. I'm doing this seated on the floor. You can be seated on the chair. You can be seated wherever you are. Just be comfortable, be open, and you can also practice this mudra. Turn your thumb and forefinger. Keep it to the side. Close your eyes. Breathe in normally. And when you breathe in, observe yourself. Be in the moment. Think of a situation in the recent past where you've had to navigate difficult circumstances, a little bit of tension, some anxiety. Examine how you felt then and slowly, as you breathe in, inhale, expand your chest, breathe in so fully that the lower portion of your lungs expands and stretches to its full limit. Keep inhaling. This may be new, this may be alien, but do it at your pace. As you inhale and stretch, pause for a count of 2, and then slowly exhale. And while you're exhaling, it's like coming down a mountain, slowly, gently, till you reach your normal pace of breath. And while you're doing that, keep your spine straight, breathe normally, experience that breath, and see, even with this little pace and slowness, how much more you're able to take. Breathing exercises like this will, when incorporated in the work you do as you go about your life, bring a big change to the way you react to situations. And we will explore this more deeply, profoundly in our Soulful Exploration Retreat coming up next week. I invite all of you to that and journey with us for a better new you. Thank you.
Thank you, Charmaine, for bringing that beautiful ancient wisdom from India. And yes, it's so proud to, understand what yoga can do for us in blending and integrating all the various elements. And now I call upon our next presenter, our speaker, who is Steve Donofrio, all the way again from the US of A. And Steve is an international keynote speaker and an author. And what he's going to be talking about, maybe I can just give you a little hint. He's going to be actually taking up the space element. And when you talk about space as an element, all the other elements are contained in the space. So which means it literally is a container for the other elements. So we are talking about how minuscule each one of us is in this entire universe. And what more can we do? How much more that we can give back to the planet, and how? Well, he's very well there. Who is writing your story? So Steve, who is writing your story? Thank you.
So the story opens and we find our young girl who's been so sad, so dejected. She's basically now just an indentured servant to her terrible, rotten stepmother, serving and cleaning for her 2 evil stepsisters. This poor girl's in the bottom of life. But lo and behold, some good news comes. There's going to be a big party at the local palace. But no, our heroine, our character cannot go because her stepsisters will not allow her to go. But lucky for her, She goes from here to here because her fairy godmother has stepped in, gotten her a dress, getting her some shoes, got her an Uber. She's okay now. She meets the prince, gets to dance. Life is wonderful until midnight, and everything comes crashing down. Oh no. But the good news is the prince finds her, the shoe fits, and they live happily ever after. It's about up and down and back up. In storytelling, that's called the narrative arc. A narrative arc is how writers take you on a journey. You see, your story is like that journey. The difference is the story writers choose the ending. You see, they're writing the story to take their readers, their listeners, their watchers on an adventure, so to speak. At the very beginning, Anu had us close our eyes and look at the screen. We're going to talk about the narrative arc and what that means to you during our retreat. We're going to talk about the importance of the narrative arc. We're going to talk about how ancient wisdom shows us that the pieces of the narrative arc are integral into who you become as a human being and who you are now and how you've gotten to where you are. But most importantly, we're going to discuss about writing your own story. You see how the story ends? Well, that's going to be up to you. That is the beauty of it. Does that mean there'll never be any problems? No, because a good story always has problems. A good story always has ups and downs and struggles. That's what makes the characters so likable. That's what makes the characters so powerful, is how they deal with each other. You're going to be learning all these different amazing techniques as you write your own story, as you write your own wisdom. You're going to be learning the power of the narrative arc as you write your story. You see, ancient wisdom includes things like when Lao Tzu and Tao Te Ching writes, take clay, mold it into a bowl. It is the space that makes it valuable. See, it's the space inside my teacup that gives my teacup value. It is that empty space. In writing, it's the dramatic pause. In speaking, it's the moment I stop talking to allow you to think. That space becomes valuable. It's that moment when you face whatever it is you're facing and make a choice. Epictetus, Greek philosopher, writes, men are not disturbed by things, but rather by their view on those things. See, everything in your life will shape you. Everything, every event, every activity shapes who you become. But as you write your story, as you look at your own narrative arc, how it will shape you, that's up to you. That's a choice you get to make. And at the Soulful Exploration event, these amazing human beings that I'm surrounded by are going to help you with techniques and strategies to, one, create the space needed, and then two, what to do in that moment of space to make the decision yours, to make your story become anything you want, to make your story fall into, I don't know, let's use the word harmony. See, when you begin to harmonize and pull together in agreement all these wonderful things, because that's what the word harmony really means, and I would love to talk more, but I'm running out of time, so I get to tell you, come and join me. I'm also going to share with you one more powerful truth. I'm going to teach you 3 strategies of ancient wisdom that was found in one of the greatest movies ever written. Come and join me and the rest of us and find harmony and peace.
Thank you so much, Steve. That was beautiful when you brought about the concept of narrative arc and bringing in the space element along with it. So we simply just don't exist, but we start to become contributors on this planet. And now I'm going to be calling in Gina Ertiva, who is India's first conscious music artist. And conscious music is something, well, We talk about consciousness all the time. So why not conscious music? We talk about consciousness as being aware, becoming aware of what is. Because when you're aware of what is, who you really want to become, then just is a quantum leap. That is what Gina Erthua is going to talk about. And she is going to bring in the water element. How beautiful. Music is absolutely a food for the soul. Gina, all yours.
Hello, everyone. I'm so excited to share with you certain things about sound and music and harmony, and the most importantly, the musical element of the soulful exploration inside of us. So I'm not going to talk much. I'm going to take you straight into a little musical journey that I've designed for you to get an idea of what I do. But I just want to ask you a question, okay? So you can respond to us in the comment section. If I play many different sounds, I have my phone, I just do like this, and then I have my headphones and I do like this, and then I say, ah, 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 ah. These are all different sounds, and I tap on the computer and that's a sound. If I combine all these sounds, will I be able to make music just as I just showed you? Can I make music just like that? Is this music? So tell us what you feel. Obviously, you know, what I'm trying to say is that you can have many sounds, but they don't make music unless and until they harmonize beautifully and they come together in a way that creates melody and rhythm. And then all that together, that melody and rhythm, putting that together creates music, right? That's the same thing with our minds. Our thoughts and our emotions are always, you know, saying things, our minds are talking, and each of those thoughts have a sound, if you think of it, you know, and each of the sounds are playing all the time. If I can harmonize those sounds, then I can create music out of my mind. And that's really what I do with a technique called the conscious music code, which is now part of the soulful exploration. So I'm going to take you through a musical journey. I want you to try and get your earphones if you can, or else just listen and just follow my words as I take you through the soundtracks. And let's see, here we go. Just let me know if you can hear this. Can you hear this? Okay. I want you to close your eyes, and I invite you to just blend in music. Blend in music. Become one with the sound, which means you breathe. Now, think of how peaceful as calm and knowing that whatever next sound is, you will be letting the sound perfect. Think of that state. Remember this phrase that I don't do it. You for yourself. Now, I'm going to play next time the sound. This time, I want you to think of something. I want you to think of all the things in your life remembering all of one rush of memories. Play the sound for you. Just everything happening in your life all at the same time. You're just rushing and you're rushing and you're rushing. And everything's happening all together. You're getting stressed sometimes. And then you're trying to blend in with that, mad rush and trying to find your own self in the midst of everything that's happening. Picture yourself doing that. And now take your right hand and put it on your left palm and just scribble whatever you feel like scribbling on your palm when you think of all the things happening in your life all at the same time. You're moving from place to place, going from one thought to another thought, going from one person to another person, exploring possibilities of life, the stress of it, the beauty of it, the thrill of it, everything. Scribble on your palm. It could just be shapes, it could just be words, it could just be anything. Scribble, scribble, scribble. Feel the sensation of the tip of your finger on your left palm, on the inside of your palm. Keep scribbling. And now I'm going to play you another sound, and the final sound, which is the sound of the light, the sound of the new you, the sound of the flowing water that you want to become. And that sound is going to raise you from this level where you're scribbling and you're struggling and you're moving around in the mad rush to a place of absolute beauty. And this place exists within you. You just have to raise yourself from that level and go higher up. And here we go. Follow the sound of the violin and just keep going up in your mind. Now, I want you to press your palms together like a namaste. And then I want you to rub your palms in circles, okay? Feel the sensation of your skin touching your skin and go in circles. And then keep going up, okay? And I'm gonna take you down like this. Drop your hands down and then take your palms up in circles like this, as if you're the wheel of life going up, 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 to a place where, as Steve said, you can write your own story because you can see from above what is actually happening. Drop your hands down and again go up, go up, go up, and breathe in like Charmaine taught us. Breathe in, breathe in, breathe in, breathe in, breathe in. Go up, go up, go up with the violin. Keep going up. Stretch your shoulders, the back. Again, drop down, drop down. Rise up with the light, with the violin, and flow like the water as you go up. You reach a height where you can see everything clearly, that awareness comes. Drop your hands down. Again, one more time. Breathe in. You're going up to the height where you're aware of what is happening, why it is happening, and what you need to do to change it. You're up there, and one last time we drop down, exhale, and now I want you to inhale and go up, round and round, round and round, round and round, like this. Keep breathing in, keep stretching, and stay there and slowly drop your arms. Stay in that state of mind where you were above everything that was happening to you. Everything was happening on the lower level, but you had raised yourself higher, to a higher dimension, to a higher frequency of your own self. That higher place that we travel to is just a place of awareness. And in that place of awareness, you can learn how to be the new you, the real you. So I'm going to fade out the soundtrack, and I want you to slowly, when you're ready, gently open your eyes. This was just a sneak peek into what I do with the Conscious Music Code. It's just a way to consciously associate with different sound elements. The association can trigger our minds, our thoughts, emotions. And then by tweaking the sonic environment, the sound and the music, we can tweak the habits and beliefs that we have formed. The parts that need tweaking can be tweaked, So in short, if I just tell you what it's going to be on the 19th and 20th, especially when I come with the music, what it's going to be is this. We're going to start off by harmonizing all the elements that make you the earth, air, fire, water, and space. And we're going to flow like the water. We're going to move our bodies like that with the music and like the water. We're going to harmonize. We're going to release a lot of emotional toxins that are holding us back. And then we're going to go and unravel all the layers that are hiding you, the real and the true you. And then finally, by using music, when we, remove all those layers, we will reach a point of, we will actually reach the point where we will meet the real you. You will meet you, and when you meet yourself, the true self, that is actually the new you that you've always wanted to create. And that you has always been inside you, but we've probably not realized that because we're hiding behind layers. And then we're going to learn how to practice it with the music and keep doing the practice so that we can transform everything, every aspect of our lives, 360-degree transformation. And I personally connect with this because I had the same journey in my own life when I lost my voice, the peak of my singing career. But I was able to unravel my layers, meet my true self through music consciously. And that's how I'm here and I can share all these things with you. So please come and join us on the 19th and 20th. Please go to the website, thesoulfulexploration.com, and book your space and meet all of us. We're all here to show you how you can be the best version of yourself and how you can find the sound of the new you. Thank you.
Thank you, Gina. Thank you so much. So you saw what the sneak preview just was. So you know what's in store for you. A beautiful 1.5 hours on the 19th and 4 beautiful hours on the next day. So you know what more. If 35 minutes could give you this experience, you've got to be there. So if I were to say, and Gina, like we were talking about harmony, each one of us, I notice, is using the word harmony. That is what it is all about. We've come here together. So let's go ahead and ideate like air. We execute like fire. We flow like water. We stay grounded and humble like earth. And we give back like space. That is the beauty. If we are able to harmonize these 5 elements, you know what it is going to be like. You would have lived your purpose here right on Mother Earth. And why are we doing this? That question by now would have been answered, but I'm going to tell you this anyway. We believe that it's time for us to raise the collective consciousness. And once we do that, we can exist in a more loving and a very compassionate planet that's waiting to embrace us. Why don't we all join hands to do that? Not just for us, but for a beautiful future, your children and their children. It all begins with us, and it starts now. So find the new you. As Gina said, www.thesoulfulexploration.com. Go there, go under virtual retreats, book your space right now. Do not wait. You know what more is there. Gina, we request about 30 seconds of that dashing music as we fade, and I take this opportunity to thank each one of you across the globe who's watching us. Michelle, Steve, Charmaine, Gina, thank you so much. We've got a wonderful team right behind us who have been, waiting to tell us, hey, do more and do more. Thank you so much. Thank you, each one of you. Thank you.